Hello and welcome if you are new here, and welcome back. My name is Taria. I am your host, and I want to talk to you today about energetic hygiene and the value and importance in having boundaries, especially if you are a highly sensitive person, if you are a highly emotional person, or if you are, I like to say, neurospicy. The value of having energetic hygiene, the same way you're drinking fresh, clean water every day, as long as you have access to fresh, clean water, is you're focusing on clearing your energy out, clearing energy out that is not yours, and grounding down into the earth every single day so that you can keep a fresh, healthy, energetic body. This is what's going to help you to keep going every day without feeling so heavy, without feeling stuck, without feeling like you have to take responsibility for every single person that walks by you on the street, feeling like you are responsible for the world, feeling like you're responsible for saving every single person, every single animal, every single creature on the earth. This can sometimes be so debilitating that it blocks you from taking action at all, blocks you from taking care of yourself, or has you feeling run down and wanting to stay in bed, or going into a feeling of depression or burnout because you have taken on too much because you care so deeply. And I find that this happens the most often with people who are really sensitive, who care so much about other people, what other people think, that they're not really having strong boundaries in order to take care and protect themselves, because there's a fear that if I have a boundary, then I might be abandoned, I might be rejected, or something bad might happen. Maybe that something bad would happen to another person if I'm not taking care of them all the time. Or maybe something bad will happen to the earth if I'm not constantly hyperfixating on how to protect everything, constantly paying attention to other people's energies, their intentions, wondering if there's a hidden agenda behind others' motives. Whether you're at the grocery store or on a date or at a gathering, how much can you trust yourself to take care of yourself? And how much can you trust other people? Or are you constantly in a state of overwhelm, wondering, is this my energy? Is this their energy? Is this the universal energy? And then feeling so overwhelmed that your body feels exhausted and you feel blocked and stagnant and stuck from taking action on the life that you want to see for yourself and others. Often, energy hygiene can be left behind on accident. You know, it's easy to say, oh, I didn't go to the gym today. A little bit trickier to be like, oh, I forgot to do my energy clearing practice, or I didn't realize that talk with my mom left this sticky feeling in my body all day, or that text from my partner had me feeling anxious throughout my entire day, and I didn't take a moment to take care of that. Versus if you're like sitting all day, you're like, oh, I can feel in my body that I didn't stretch or I didn't go to the gym, and I know that would be good for me. It's a little bit more accepted in like the normie world. Whereas the energetic realm it's often like this polarization of what's happening all the time within every single person, every single being in the earth, is this exchange of information, this exchange of thoughts and feelings, and physical touch and energy is constantly moving, and it gets missed in the, like the daily life self-care, whether you are a healer, whether you are a practitioner, a therapist, working with people, helping people, whether you work in care homes, doesn't matter what you do for work. Like if you are engaging with people, whether that's your family, your partner, your friends, or at your job, or you're going to be exchanging a lot of aliveness and energy. And so having a daily practice to center and care for your heart and your body is going to help you keep feeling nourished and cared for and resilient, so that you can keep doing your work. You can keep taking care of yourself. So if you've ever wondered, is this my energy? Is this their energy? The way that you can start to pay attention in your body is to spend time every day with your energy body, so that you know the flavors of it. So you know the colors, the textures, the smells of who you are. I do contact improvised dance. So if I'm dancing with somebody else who's been sweaty and now their sweat is on me, I know that doesn't sound great, but it's just what happens in contact dance. I can smell who they are. That's not my smell. Whether it's their perfume or their pheromones, their natural smell, I can smell that that's them and not mine. So it's kind of similar to that with energy. When you spend time getting to know your body every day, the same way you're like smelling your armpits or touching your hair or touching your skin, you're like, oh, this is what I feel like in my skin. This is what my hair feels like. Or you're looking in the mirror. You can do the same thing with your energy body. You can do this through meditation. You can do this through just breathing and getting really still and quiet, and notice the way that your energy feels. So that can be revealed through vibrations and sensations in your body. It can be revealed through your breath. It can also be revealed through the quality of your presence. So the more you can practice cultivating presence, which means being here in this moment, in these sensations, in these senses, presence is the most powerful way to listen and begin to attune to what is yours. What is your quality of presence? And then you can start to listen to the other's quality of presence as well. And that requires getting really slow and still, practicing meditation, practicing specifically mindfulness meditation. You can look that up on Insight Timer, just like search mindfulness meditation practice. And then connecting with your breath and getting slow and still. And if this is hard for you to get slow and still, you may have a lot of energy moving through your body. Maybe that's yours, maybe that's other people's. So it can feel, on one hand, really exciting, and kind of there's like an addictive quality to it sometimes, the same way you get adrenaline if you like watch a certain TV show or you're on social media, you're getting these hits. The same way that can kind of feel addictive, energy can also feel addictive. So if you are somebody who struggles to get really slow and quiet, like there's a chance that you might have a lot of energy, or you might have other people's energy constantly flowing and moving in and out. And that's not wrong or bad. It's only if you're desiring to cultivate more of a sense of groundedness and stillness, and are wanting to practice energetic hygiene so that you can keep doing your work, so that you can keep taking care of your body and have access to more of yourself. So if that's your goal, then it's going to be really important for you to get really still. to get really slow and to like start to notice when my energy gets faster. Anxiety and excitement, this is like fast moving energy. Rest, sleepy time, this is like slow moving energy. So that's another way you can start to practice noticing your energetic body, becoming familiar and intimate with the quality of your energy, so that it's going to become easier to recognize, oh, this is actually not mine. This is somebody else's. So then you can do a grounding practice to clear energy that is not yours, so that you can keep filling your cup up, filling your body, heart, mind, soul with your own energy, so that you can be strong and resilient to show up in life and do the work that you need to do, follow your purpose, get your day done, have fun, go to the gym, go dancing, hang out with your family, because you're not going to be depleted or overwhelmed with everybody else's energy. And of course, that's going to happen sometimes. That's the whole point of this talk, is to speak to those moments when it does happen, and remembering to ground your energy down into the earth and release what is not yours, so that you can keep freshening up your body, so that anxiety and depression and overwhelm and insecurities and fear are not running the show all the time. So that you can recognize when those qualities are coming in, hold them with tender care, hold them with compassion, and offer them a safe place to get their needs met, the same way you would drink water if you were thirsty. If your body's feeling like, wow, I've been anxious for so long. Well, anxiety can be so exhausting. There's a chance your body is in a state where it's going to need a lot of stillness and care and nourishment in order to come back to center, come back to wholeness. Let me know if you want to learn more about this, or send me a comment saying, yes, please tell me more about this. Or, if you have any questions about how this impacts your life, or you want to share with me how this is showing up, so that I can better know the specifics of what you're working with. What is the struggle? What is the problem? The more questions that I get asked, the easier it is for me to know how to support you and what you're struggling with. Whether that's feeling distracted when you're having sex with your partner because you're somewhere else, you're not present, or whether you're feeling depleted after working with clients, if you're a healer, or you're working one-on-one with clients. Doesn't matter what's going on. If you feel like you're having a block or a stagnancy or a stuckness in your energetic body, and not knowing what energy is yours or what is somebody else's, or like how to care for that and love that, then just let me know what's going on for you in the comments, so that I can either answer you specifically or make another video or another talk on more nuanced experiences, because there's so much here to practice. There is constant refining and reattuning to the sensitivities of who you are, especially if you've lived your life masking or hiding who you are, whether that's hiding your sexual identity, or hiding that you're like super wild, or hiding that you're actually really shy. Whatever your process of unmasking and becoming your authentic self has been, you might be in a period of feeling really sensitive because you've been numbing out or dissociating your whole life. So this is really common to feel incredibly sensitive. And so you're going to need more tools than you needed before, when you were in more of a numbing or a dissociative place. So, what is it that you're exactly struggling with, or what is it that you want to nerd out more about and learn about? Let me know so I can help you and answer your questions. I thrive in supporting the specifics of a situation. I'm so happy to come in here and talk about the nuance of these topics, of whatever is alive for me and whatever is coming up. And it's also just so fun for me to support the very specific situations that every human goes through. It helps my brain, it helps my genius come through. So I'm excited to hear from you and what you want to learn more about, whether that's learning more about energetic hygiene or more on the five senses, sight, sound, touch, smell, taste, so that you can cultivate more presence in your life. And maybe also share, what is your goal? Why do you want to cultivate more presence? Is it more present with yourself so that you can have more compassion after being really hard on yourself? Is it wanting to have more presence with a partner during intimacy or at work? Tell me, what is your goals for cultivating more presence and having this healthy, yummy relationship with your energy body? Is it because you want to harness your intuitive abilities or feel more connected to the juiciness and aliveness of life? Is it just because you heard about it once and you're like, what is this thing about? Tell me a little bit more about you. I love talking about the subtleties and nuances of being a human and how to be in the construct that we live in with magic, with science, with psychology, with somatic healing, with being a wild being and creating safety for all bodies to be in their authentic, true self, so that we're not all walking around thinking that we have to be like, walk this way, cross your legs, be good, don't say anything, don't use your voice. No, there's so much going on all the time on the surface and underneath the surface. And the more that we talk about it, like, oh, why do I have anxiety now after I talked to that person at the party? Oh, it's because they were really anxious and I picked up on their anxiety because I don't have any boundaries, or I haven't had any boundaries in the past. And now I need to learn how to have boundaries. That's like a topic that is so important if you're a highly sensitive person, if you're a neurospicy, if you've just really lived your life not in the norms and not in like the binary and like traditional spectrum, whatever it is that has blocked you from having nourishing, healthy boundaries, this is going to be your sweet spot, is to cultivate strong boundaries so that you can build that resilience and strength to be in your sensitivities, but also feel really strong and kind of cut some of the bullshit out that comes with being a human and like walking around in the world. You're not meant to take on everything. It's like not your responsibility to literally take on the world or take on every single person's stuff. You're going to feel good if you have stronger boundaries. Let me know if you want me to make a specific video on boundaries. What do you want to know about boundaries? I have some clients that are like, what do you mean by boundaries? Well, we can get into the specifics of that. Well, that is complete for today. I hope you enjoyed my jamming out and nerdery on the importance of energy hygiene, man. Just do 5 minutes of grounding every day. Like, this stuff is so important to me in the work that I do. It is so important to me as a highly sensitive person. It is so important to take care of yourself. Your body is so important. Otherwise, you're just going to be kind of walking around half dead, half skeleton. So taking good care of yourself, drinking your water, eating your vegetables, eating like healthy, fresh, real food from the earth, and also receiving healthy, fresh energy. not toxic energy, not stagnant old trauma beliefs that are yelling at you every day. Doing your best to have compassion, doing your best to give yourself the nourishment that you need. So much love. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for being here.